This is how to study at any level. It will show you how to get real and noticeable results. And with a bit of luck, will change your relationship with revision forever, because you'll see that you can do it and it does work. So it's important to remember that there's three parts to learning. I don't just mean seeing stuff and understanding it, but real learning that lasts. Understanding, remembering, and applying. So understanding. You've got to know and really understand the concepts and ideas and link them to other things you know. Remembering. We all need to remember stuff. And to learn, you've got to be able to recall facts and concepts way after you've learned it. And applying. We all know those exams are coming, and real learning means being able to apply what you've learned to questions you've never seen before. There's loads of places you can go to for content delivery. YouTube videos, reading textbooks or a revision guide, websites and other online resources, and of course teachers at revision and in the last few lessons and in those lessons that continue after you've gone on study leave. Now don't just do what feels easy, because if it's the easiest thing, it's the wrong thing. Understanding the content means it has to challenge you and it has to make you think. But it's worth saying, just making notes is scientifically useless. The information won't magically jump off the page and stick in your memory. All that making notes does is make you think you've revised when really you've wasted your time. So, what's the solution? Well, the first step to understanding content might be using a revision guide or a textbook or even a website to read some information. Once you've read that information, cover it up, write down what you can remember, and then check with the resource. Check with a book to make sure it's right. This is a great first step in revision because you can make progress really quickly. So how can we train our brain? Yes, that's right, the brain really is like a muscle. You wouldn't go to the gym once and expect your biceps to suddenly and magically expand, would you? So why do people think the brain is like that? We need to repeat, repeat, repeat. If you go to the gym every day for 6 months, you'll look like a different person. Learning is like that. So to remember things, we need to do the equivalent of proper exercises in the gym, but for our minds. This is active recall. We need to think about things. We need to be asked questions that lead us to the answers. And the best way to do this is flashcards. Put a question on one side and the answer on the other, or put a word on one side and the definition on the other. This is great for key concepts, phrases, and words that the examiners want to see in your answers. Apps like Anki can be great because they allow you to space revision out and keep coming back to the same cards. Anki even lets you rate the cards by difficulty, so you see them more often. Quizzes are another form of active recall, those exercises for the brain we spoke about earlier. You can make your own quizzes or find other people's, but try and make sure that if you use others, they are made by people who know what's what, teachers rather than fellow students who might have made more mistakes. And when you finish covering the content, you can start to link concepts. And a great way to do that is mind maps. You can make them colourful and have as much information on them as you like in order to create these links, which will help for the next step. So we move on to applying. Applying simply means taking that information that you've learned and relating it to a scenario. But what's interesting is that you can practice this skill, and there's only so many scenarios the examiners can dream up. So the more exam questions you do, the better prepared you'll be. So what do? Answer, look up, edit, then mark. So answer the question without any help or any content in front of you. Then look up the content using your flashcards or revision guide and edit your answer to add the things that you've missed. Use a different colour for this. Then what we're going to do is mark your original answer, so not with the edits. Be critical, don't try and kid yourself. And then mark your final answer and see how much you've improved. So this method, done properly, builds on your learning and will help you pass any exam. So that's how to revise. It really is that simple. All you need to do is remember to exercise your brain regularly and keep it going, because you really can do it.